We're using venison with it. And a simple meat sauce was started in the late 1700s. So it's been around for, wrong burner, Sandra. So it's been around for a long time. But that's where the first meat sauce was started that they can record. I'm sure it was a lot longer than that, but that's what they're saying. The records state that long. Now you need 2 tablespoons of butter and a tablespoon of oil into a Dutch oven. And I did a lot of chopping before you got started, but you need, I'm using venison, but if you wish you could use beef in place of this, but you're going to need a pound of pork, a pound of beef. You're going to need 4 ounces of pancetta diced. You're also going to need 2 carrots. They say chopped, but I grated my carrots. 1 very large onion and 2 celery, 2 ribs of celery. Now see, if somebody says a stock, you're going to end up, you're talking about the whole thing. But when you say a rib, it's only 1. Someone came on and went right back off. Okay. Now they also want wine in this, white wine, but I don't have that, so I'm going to be using stock in mine. But we're going to melt this and we're going to put the vegetables in. You're also going to need 3 to 4 garlic. I give you a choice. If you like extra garlic like me, you'll put a little more in, but that's got to be chopped and separated from the other vegetables, because we're going to put that in at the last minute to get those flavors going. So you don't want to sit there and I can put it back in the bowl. All right, so there, we're just waiting for this to heat up. And they do say use a Dutch oven. Now, I'm not going to be able to finish this with you because it's going to cook 3 to 4 hours. But we'll get all and everything set up right to that point. And then I'm going to have to close this off. I don't know why they keep on coming on and coming off. That makes no sense. If you're going to come on. If you're going to get off, get off. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is getting hot now. This is what we need. Because we have to wait till this gets hot before we can do what we are supposed to be doing. So let me put this here. So just give me some time, and good morning to everybody. I hope everything is going well for you. I know things are Mad Hatter. People are getting ready to take their vacation and go and see family during Christmas, last minute shopping, getting everything together. The children are excited. Doesn't that sound like life? Ah. Okay, so the first thing we're going to be putting in this is going to be, like I said, the carrots and the onions and the celery. As soon as the butter melts, we're putting it in. We just have to wait. Now, I've been thinking what I wanted to do with the venison, and I said, I'm going to make this with venison this time. I'm just going to be different. Because they made me, buy 6 pounds at one shot. I had to save up for that. So a lot of you people don't believe me. You think like I'm rolling in money, but I am broke. I feel rich the day I get paid, and then I'm broke by the end of the day. But at least for a few minutes, I feel like I've got money. Okay. Put your onion, your celery, and your carrots in there. And I'm grating my carrots. I like them grated better. How did I get that in there? Oh, well. Let's throw it out. Okay, we're going to saute these. So they're going to caramelize a bit, and that's what we're looking for. Yes, I do live in the States. I live in New York State. Okay, we have to wait for this. I'm going to take the meat out of their containers, so give me a minute. Where do I put my scissors? Okay, I'm just cutting the meat out, nothing else. Because they pack them in these little 1-pound packages. Okay. I had bought the ground moose to see how this would go with it, but I used that up, so I can't. Cheese doesn't come in till later. Thank you. Cheese does not go into the beginning of this. We're just starting this dish. Here you are. Yes, I had a father. Well, make it if you want a hash brown casserole. Like I tell people, I'm not a short order cook. Because I've seen people go in their homes and have eaten at their house, and their children say, well, I want this and I want that. I'm not a short order cook for anybody. I decide what we're going to eat. I'm making a Bolognese sauce, and I'm going to be making the pasta later. Oh, but a hearty winter stew sounds delicious. Not a hash brown casserole, sorry. We're waiting for this to caramelize some, and then we're going to be adding other stuff to it. We just have to wait for it, so you have to give me some time. Well, give it time. There's nothing I can do. No, I fed you, Taffy. That's it. No more. All right. You're going to add your garlic in now. Like I said, if you want more garlic, you can add it. add salt and pepper. I've already ground them up, and they don't tell you how much. Okay, don't we put this to the side? Now they call this the sofrito, and we're going to move this to a plate, so let me turn this down. Well, I'm going to put it in a bowl. No, Taffy. No means no. Notice how you only left the garlic in for about 30 seconds to a minute. That's as long as you cook it. A lot of recipes that people, well, not recipes, people use, they put the garlic in and they cook it and cook it and cook it, and it cooks its flavor out. But when you put it in separate right the last minute before you're done with your vegetables, you get the full flavor of it. Okay. Put that to the side. Where's my oil? We're going to add a little more oil to here. Okay. Let me turn the heat back up. Where did I put that? Okay. You're going to need 4 ounces of pancetta cut up. Well, mine's already cut up, so I don't have to worry. We're going to cook this until it's golden brown. And then we're going to take it out, throw it with your sofrito in the same bowl, because they're going to come back in at the same time. No, I'm making Bolognese sauce. Taffy already eat. He wants to be up here with me. I can't bring a cat up here when I'm cooking. He wants me to hold him and pet him while I'm cooking. I said, this cannot be done. Now, when I make shrimp, he demands the shrimp. I have to give him a shrimp. I chop it all up for him and give it to him. But his brother is asleep upstairs. I have Bolognese sauce for making, and then I have to make the pasta for it. This is taking its time. There's nothing I can do about it. It's called Bolognese. B-O-L-O-G-N-E-S-E. I might be pronouncing it wrong. I'm not very good. Merry Christmas to you. And have a great, I hope we all have a great new year. Hope things really come out well. You know, I have so much fat in here. I'm beginning to question. I might throw some of this out. I think I'm going to take some of this fat out. But yeah, I do that. I argue with recipes. I know the venison is very lean, but I'm going to be adding a lot of pork in here, and that's going to give me a lot of oil. So, we have to get the pancetta out of here. Let me turn this flame down. I'm going to put it with this right now before it burns. Some of my onions burnt. See, they want me to skim fat later. But I think this is a little too much. So I am going to pour this off. Turn this back up. I'm going to put the venison and the pork in here. Sorry about that. God bless each and every one of you. As you can see, the venison meat is much, much darker because it's wild game. There were so many cuts of meat that I wanted to get, but it wasn't going to work. So I'm going to have to do what I can and make it work. Don't worry, I still have the fat here. If I need some, I will pull it out. I saved it. See? I always pour it out and I can always put it back in. Okay, that's on high and we have to cook that. And add salt and pepper to it. If there's too much fat at the end, I'll just add some lettuce into it. I don't have to. Percolator makes the best espresso coffee. that I just put in, that was the oil that the pancetta actually cooked in, and the vegetables. I just took some of it out because I thought it was too much. But if I need it, I put it in a measuring cup and I can bring it back in here if I have to. I want to see how much oil I'm going to get from the pork here. If I don't get too much, I'll just throw it back in. This is how I work. And then if it's too oily at the end, I'll just add some lettuce into it and let it cook down. Come over for coffee. I already had my coffee. I had it at 4:15 this morning, the one that is chicory root. You saw my son making coffee because he's going to have to be up and out of this house before the sun comes up, so he's got to get up really early with me and get it going. I never thought I'd have a home with everybody having different coffees. I thought we'd all drink the same one, but we've all got different ones. I have to take chicory root because I can't handle coffee beans. One likes a mild coffee, the other one likes a robust that could kick you all over the place. Okay, we're getting there. This will probably be 2 lives because when I get this sauce going, it's got to cook for 3 hours and then we'll finish up the sauce on the second part because I can't see leaving and holding the phone for 3 hours. And I don't think that you can pause a live for that long. I just don't think they can. So I'll give you time to do other things. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. Okay, we can add some more. We're doing quite well. Okay. I just put the oil back in. That's all I did. He's already been fed. He's just sitting down here because he wants to be in my lap and I'm not sitting. I don't know. I think you're right about this. I'm not sure about this pot. Hi, Nick. Okay. Just got to finish browning this meat. See, when I see that much fat and I'm going to add pork, I'm very careful to pour it out, put it in a measuring cup. I can always add it back if it's not too much. Now you're going to add all your vegetables and the pancetta back in here. See that. Now they want me to add wine at this point, but like I told you, I do not have wine, so I am using my stock in this one. And you're going to have to add how much? 1 cup. Okay, we'll turn this up on high because we're going to have to dilute this. I mean, we're going to have to reduce it. Now, if you're using wine, they want you to cook it down so the meat and the vegetables will be absorbing that flavor. Wine's going to be absorbing the stock that I put in here. So turn it on high and let's reduce it. It'll also deglaze your pot. All right, you're going to need a 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. You are going to need 1 cup of milk. You're going to need a half a teaspoon of nutmeg. Just letting you know what we're coming up to. And you're going to have to add more salt and pepper once we deglaze and reduce this down. Now this recipe does not tell you how much salt or pepper, so you're going to have to judge for yourself. Nope, no tomato paste, no. This is going to take a little bit of time. Oh God, the spoon's hot. Happy holidays to you as well. Well, we have to wait till this gets reduced. That's why it's on a high flame. Then we'll add more into it, and we're just about done to where it'll have to be cooking. You have more to add into it, so get ready. You're going to need, like I said, a 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. You need a cup of milk, a half a teaspoon of nutmeg, and some salt and pepper, and they don't tell you how much, so I can't tell you. So that's where we're at right now. Nothing more that we can do. I'm just going to watch it. Nope. Thank you very much. I wish you the very best. I am... Okay, soon we're going to be adding... It's finally starting to reduce, and that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, it's really reducing. Now, you're using wine, what it's doing is cooking the wine, and what I'm cooking is actually everything else in it. Let me get this. Okay, you're going to add the milk, the nutmeg, salt and pepper, and a can of crushed tomatoes. So meat sauce was actually started in the late 1700s. Isn't that interesting? They didn't think about that before, but they did, and we've moved forward. I live in America. Okay? Now we're going to bring this to a boil. And this is going to cook for 3 hours. Oh, I'm running late. See, I have to pack lunches, so I have to be careful about this. So we're going to bring this to a boil. Put a lid on it. And turn it down to simmer, and we're going to leave it for 3 hours. And that's where we'll be cutting it off when we get to that point. When we come back, it'll be just finishing it up. Oh, all my recipes I write down. Now this should be reduced and thickened as we go through these 3 hours of it cooking, and then we'll finish it up. So there will be a part 2 on a live. It'll probably be shorter than this. I'll go ahead and get the pasta done and cooked, so I don't have to worry about it. And I'll think of a dressing that I want to make. I don't think I have any dressing in the refrigerator. I think we ate it all. And this smells good already. But this is not a tomato sauce. This is actually a meat sauce that we're making. And I'm just using wild game with it to be different. And knowing me, I will save my pennies up again so I can buy more mousse ground and see if I can make this with mousse and see what happens and what kind of flavor I can come up with. So we've got it boiling. We're going to put the lid on it now. Turn it down to simmer. And we're going to let this cook, and I shall see you And my time will be about 9:30, and that's when I will be back. All right. Let's see if I can get you over here. So I'll see you then. But take care. And see you in part 2. Bye-bye.